Okay, so what is the limit? Limit of any function at a given point A is the value of function in immediate neighborhood of A. Okay, na? This is the limit. If this is point x equals to A, function y equals to fx, then value of the function in immediate neighborhood. Okay, this is just next point to A and this one just previous point to A. On right side point, value of function is known as right hand limit, and on left side point, value of the function known as left hand limit. So this is fa, just next value is RHL, just previous value is LHL. Okay, RHL is value of the function at this point. This is a plus h. This distance we are assuming that h, where h is tending to 0. Okay, na, nearly 0. H is a very small positive quantity like 0.000. We have so many zeros than 1. Okay, and similarly this point is a minus h. So RHL is value at a plus h, LHL is value at a minus h. So RHL is fa plus h, fa plus h is RHL, and LHL is fa minus h, where h assumed by us. So we have to write the information about h, that is limit h tending to 0. H tending to 0, it means h approaches to 0, not equals to 0, but actually this h na is approximately 0. Okay, but not exact 0. Now see, sometimes in the answer of the any question, if you are getting 2 plus h, suppose this is the answer of any limit, then at the end you have to put h equals to 0. Okay, na? Then what you will get answer as 2. Exactly answer is not 2, but just near to 2. Okay, so we are getting that 2. Suppose if you put exact value of h, then what you will get? You will get 2.0000001. Okay, now write this one as answer or this one, both are same thing na. Okay, so answer for 2 plus h is 2. Similarly, if you have 2 minus h, also you can put at the end, but put value of h equals to 0 at the end after all simplification. Okay, and then this is also equals to 2. Okay, okay, na, h equals to 0. Remember one thing, there is a difference if 2 minus h is in greatest integer function. Now you can't put this one equals to 2 because actual value of this one is 1.999 like this one. Suppose this is the actual value. Now suppose if this is not as it is, it means if this is not inside the greatest integer function, then this is the answer, you can write this one as 2. But suppose if this is given in greatest integer function, now greatest integer of this one is 1, not equals to 2 now. Okay, okay, like this one. So value of h matter in case of greatest integer of function, greatest integer function and fractional part function. Okay, now remember this thing. And when the limit exists at any point x equals to a, limit is said to be exist if LHL equals to RHL equals to finite. Okay, na? So both must be equal and this value must be a finite value. Okay, then limit is said to be exist. Okay, and next thing is here h is greater than 0 tending to 0 but approximately equals to 0. Okay, anything else? X tending to a, it means x approaches to a but not equals to a. Okay, na? Okay, now write next question. Find limit x tending to 0 1 by x square. Okay, now again simple, limit is said to be exist if LHL equals to RHL equals to finite value. Okay, so find LHL RHL. LHL is value of the function at a minus h. Okay, now value of the function at a minus h. A is 0. Okay, now we are finding limit at x equals to 0. LHL is value of the function at a minus h. A is 0, 0 minus h, it means minus h. Okay, write the information about h. So limit h tending to 0. Now value of f minus h is limit h tending to 0 1 by minus h square. Okay, can I say that minus h square become h square? Okay, now if you replace x with minus h, then you will get a 1 by minus h square. Minus h square can be written as h square. Now put h equals to 0. What we are getting? 1 by 0. 1 by 0 is infinity. Okay. Now find RHL. RHL is limit h tending to 0, value of the function at a plus h. A is 0, 0 plus h is fh. Okay. Now put the value, find the value of fh. Simple. At the place of x, we have to put h. Then we are getting limit h tending to 0, 1 by h square. Again 1 by 0. If you put h equals to 0, what you will, because at the end we have to put h equals to 0, na? Okay. So if you put h equals to 0, then 1 by 0 become infinity. Now see, limit both LHL and RHL are same at this time. Okay, but we know that limit is said to be exist if LHL equal to RHL equal to finite. Now infinite is not the finite value, na? This is infinite value. Okay, so I can say that limit does not exist. Limit does not exist. Okay, but in this question, suppose in options, actually LHL is equals to RHL, but in option if it is given that infinite limit, then this is also either limit does not exist, but if it is given in option that infinite limit, then infinite limit is correct answer. Okay, if infinite limit is given, then write down. So limit does not exist or infinite limit. Okay, because we have a note now, if LHL and RHL both are equals to plus infinity or minus infinity, then it is said to be infinite limit. Okay, okay, right now. Because of that reason, I am taking this one. Okay, na? Now write next. Can I have this one? Next question is limit x tending to 1 x into signum of x minus 1. Okay. Now signum x minus 1. You know about signum function, no? See. If you didn't know, then see. Signum of x. We have 3 value of signum fx. Okay. Okay, I am writing here fx. Value of signum function is either plus 1 or 0 or minus 1. Okay, we have only 3 value for signum function. Always only 3 value. Either value of signum function is plus 1 or 0 or minus 1. Okay. It will be plus 1 if fx is positive. If this quantity is positive, then value of function is plus 1. If this one is negative, then value is minus 1. And if this one is equals to 0, then value is also 0. So signum fx is equals to plus 1 if fx is greater than 0, is equals to 0 if fx is equal to 0, and equals to minus 1 if fx less than 0. Okay. Okay, you can write this one as a note anywhere. Okay, na? So it is clear about signum function now. Okay, now solve the question. Now see, what do you want limit of this function at x equals to 1? Simple, find LHL and RHL. If LHL is equals to RHL equals to finite, then I can say that limit exists, otherwise does not exist. Okay. So add x equal to 1 LHL. LHL is the value of the function at a minus h. A is 1, 1 minus h. Okay. Put limit h tending to 0. Now find f1 minus h. Limit h tending to 0, f1 minus h. Simple, replace x with 1 minus h. 1 minus h. Okay. Signum of, if you replace x with 1 minus h, then 1 will be cancelled out. What you will get? Minus h. Okay. Remember, we have to put value of h equals to 0, but at the end, after simplification. Okay, na? After all simplification. So say limit h tending to 0, 1 minus h. Now here minus h, can I say that? Minus h is always negative. Actually h is a very small positive quantity, but if you are multiplying this one with negative minus, then this become negative. If this is negative, then value of signum minus h is minus 1. If this value is negative, then value of signum is minus 1. If this one is positive, then value of signum is plus 1. if this is exact 0, then only signum is equals to 0, but h is not equals to 0 na, this is just greater to 0. So value of this one is -1. Now after this one we can't simplify, this is the simplified value na, so put value of h at the end as 0. So if you put h equals to 0, 1 minus 0 into -1, we are getting -1. So LHL is equals to -1. Now find the RHL. RHL is value of the function limit h tending to 0 f a plus h. A is 1, 1 plus h. Now replace x as 1 plus h. Limit h tending to 0, 1 plus h, x as 1 plus h. Signum, if you replace x as 1 plus h, if you replace x as 1 plus h, then what you will get? 1 plus h minus 1, you will get h. Now see, this is positive quantity, okay na, this one is h is positive na, if h is positive then value of signum is +1, okay. You can't put h equals to 0 at this time, no, put h equals to 0 at the end, because h is not exactly 0, this is only nearly 0, near to 0. So limit h tending to 0, 1 plus h, and value of this one is +1. Now put h equals to 0, what you will get? 1 plus 0 into 1, so 1. Now LHL is not equals to RHL, so limit does not exist. Okay, simple. Right now. Can I off? Next, limit x tending to 0, tan inverse 1 by x. Again same, limit is said to be exist if LHL equals to RHL equals to finite, okay. Then LHL is the value of the function at a minus h. A is 0, okay na, at x equals to 0, okay. We want limit at 0 na, at x equals to 0. So value of LHL is value of the function at a minus h. A is 0, 0 minus h, it means f minus h. Find the value of f minus h. Limit h tending to 0, replace x with minus h, tan inverse 1 by minus h, can I write -1 by h? Same thing na, okay, no problem. Now can you simplify this one more? No, this is the simplified form. How can you simplify? There is no greatest integer or fractional part now, so I can find the value of this one, okay. Now put at the end h equals to 0. If you put h equals to 0, what we are getting? Tan inverse -1 by 0 is infinity. Now we are putting value of h equals to 0. Now there is no h now, so there is no need to write limit, okay. If there is a h, then we are writing limit. If there is no h, then we can't write limit now, okay. So tan inverse minus infinity, value of tan inverse minus infinity is minus pi by 2, because tan minus pi by 2 is equals to minus infinity, okay. So what we are getting? Minus pi by 2. Now find RHL. RHL is limit h tending to 0, value of the function at a plus h. A is 0, okay. So 0 plus h, it means fh. Now find value of fh. Limit h tending to 0, replace x with h, and what we are getting? Tan inverse 1 by h. At the end we have to put h equals to 0, then we are getting tan inverse 1 by 0, that is equals to infinity pi by 2. Tan inverse plus infinity is plus pi by 2, tan inverse minus infinity is minus pi by 2, okay. Now LHL, RHL are not same, so limit does not exist. Limit does not exist, okay. Write down. Can I रफ मैं कर देता, okay. So okay, again we have next question. Right, limit x tending to 0, sec inverse or sine inverse. This is sine inverse of sec x, okay. Now again same thing, at x equals to 0, I am finding LHL and RHL, okay. LHL is limit h tending to 0, value of the function at Okay, LHL, limit h tending to 0, value of the function at a minus h. A is 0, 0 minus h is minus h. Okay, and I am taking RHL at this side. RHL is limit h tending to 0, value of the function at a plus h. A is 0, 0 plus h is fh. Okay, now limit h tending to 0, f minus h, replace x with minus h. Sine inverse of sec minus h. Okay, sec of minus h. And similarly RHL also we can find. Now see, sec, sine inverse of sec minus h. Okay, now here h is a very small positive quantity, then minus h is a very small negative quantity. Okay, then value of sec minus h is actually now at this time you can't put h equals to directly h equals to 0. Okay, why? Because if you put h equals to 0 exact, then sec 0 is equals to 1. Okay, now sec 0 is equals to 1 and sine inverse 1 is equals to pi by 2. Okay, then you will get pi by 2, value of this one you will get as pi by 2. Okay, and similarly if you find RHL, limit h tending to 0, fh is sine inverse sec of h. Okay, in this one also if you put h equals to 0, then you will get sec 0 equals to 1, sine inverse 1 equals to pi by 2. Okay, it means if, because now we can't simplify this one more now, it means if you are putting h equals to 0 in both, then you are getting this one as sec 0 equals to 1, sine inverse 1 equals to pi by 2, sec 0 equals to 1, sine inverse 0 sine inverse 1 equals to pi by 2. It means we are getting answer as pi by 2, but actually answer is does not exist. Okay, limit does not exist. Why limit does not exist? Because limit is only defined for function. Okay, but at this time both LHL and RHL not exist. Okay, why not exist? See, because this function is not defined. Okay, for h greater than 0. How? See, if you draw the graph of sec h, if you draw the graph of sec h, then you will get like this one. This is for up to pi by 2, and after that you will get graph like this one. Okay, now so this is 0. Now here what we have, and at 0 value is equals to 1. Okay, now what we have, sec minus h and sec h. It means value of sec at plus h and at minus h. Okay, so suppose this is 0 plus h and this one is 0 minus h, it means minus h. Now value at h, this is the value sec of h, and this is the value sec of minus h. Okay, now can I say that sec of minus h is just greater than to 1, this value, because minimum value of sec is 1. Okay, now for positive minimum at 0 sec is equals to 1, but this is not equals to 0. Now at minus h we have a value just greater than 1. Okay, just greater than 1, suppose 1.00001, suppose value of sec minus h is 1.00001, it means this value. Okay, now here we have sine inverse. Now check, sine inverse 1 point something is defined or not? No, sine inverse is only defined from minus 1 to plus 1. Okay, now it means you can't find the value of this one, because limit value, answer of the limit is next thing, but first this must be defined, function must be defined now, because limit is only for function. Okay, here LHL and RHL both are not defined. Okay, see, so how can I write this one as limit h tending to 0, sine inverse sec of minus h is 1 plus. Okay, and sine inverse 1 plus not defined. Why not defined? Because domain of sine inverse x is minus 1 to plus 1. Okay, now so sine inverse is not defined for any value of x which is not lies in this interval, and here x is outside this interval. This is only from minus 1 to plus 1, but this is greater than 1, so sine inverse is not defined. Okay, same case here, limit h tending to 0 sine inverse sec h is also 1 plus, okay, it means just greater than to 1. Again sine inverse 1 plus is not exist, not defined, okay. So limit does not exist. Why limit does not exist? Because both LHL and RHL not exist, okay. This is the reason. Write down, because actually h is not equal to 0 na? Okay, can Araf? So remember, limit is the second thing. First function must be defined for that value, okay. If LHL and RHL both are not defined, then limit does not exist, okay. Next, sine inverse of cos x and limit x tending to 0. Okay, first write this one. Now again LHL, we want limit at x equals to 0. LHL is value of the function at a minus h. So limit h tending to 0, f a minus h, a is 0, 0 minus h minus h. Replace x with minus h, then limit h tending to 0, sine inverse of cos minus h. Now value of cos minus h is just less than to 1, okay na, just less than to 1. See, like this one. At this time, if I draw the graph of cos x, then this is the graph of cos x, okay, 0, this is h and this one is minus h, and here this one is 1. This is the value of cos h and this is the value of cos of minus h. Now cos of minus h is not greater than 1, this one is just less than 1. If this quantity is just greater than 1, then sine inverse not defined, the limit does not exist. But at this time cos of minus h is just less than 1, okay, then sine inverse is defined, okay. So limit h tending to 0, sine inverse, value of cos minus h is just less than 1, okay. Now we know that sine inverse 1 is equals to pi by 2, sine inverse 1 is equals to pi by 2, then sine inverse of just less than 1 is a little less than 2 pi by 2, okay, but approx pi by 2, so I can write the answer as pi by 2, okay. Sine inverse 1, actually see na, if you find the value of, this is the graph of sine inverse, here we have pi by 2, okay, sorry, this is 1 and this one is pi by 2. So sine inverse 1 is equals to pi by 2, but here we didn't have exact 1, this is just less than 1, suppose this is the value. Now this is also near to just pi by 2, okay, so answer is, but at this time function is defined now, so I can write the limit. Sine inverse 1, write 1 minus or 1, same thing, so this is nearly equals to limit h tending to 0, sine inverse 1, and that is equals to pi by 2, okay. Now RHL, limit h tending to 0, value of the function at a plus h, a is 0, 0 plus h is fh, okay. Now limit h tending to 0, fh, replace x with h, okay, then sine inverse of cos h, again cos h is just less than to 1, okay na, then no problem. If this is just greater than 1, then sine inverse is not defined, but from minus 1 to plus 1 sine inverse is defined na. So limit h tending to 0, sine inverse 1 minus, okay, this is just less than 2. Now there is no h, now you are writing limit or not, doesn't matter, okay. Now sine inverse 1 minus is nearly equals to sine inverse 1, and sine inverse 1 is equals to pi by 2. Now both LHL and RHL is equals to pi by 2, so limit exists and answer is pi by 2. Okay. Limit x tending to 0, sine inverse of cos x is equals to pi by 2. Okay, write down. Okay. In previous question, these values are, we have outside function is same sine inverse, but here we have sec, and these values are 1 plus. If 1 plus, then sine inverse is not defined. Okay, so limit does not exist in previous question. Okay, write down. Can I write? Okay. Now next. Limit x tending to 0, sine inverse of greatest integer of sec x. Okay, where this one is greatest integer function. Okay, na? Okay. Now again, second last question is sine inverse sec x, but without greatest integer function. In that case, we are getting that limit does not exist, but at this time we have greatest integer function. Now find. Again at x equals to 0, find LHL and RHL. LHL is limit s tending to 0, value of the function at 0 minus h. Okay, f0 minus h, na, it means f minus h. I am directly replacing x as minus h. Okay, first I am writing f of minus h, and RHL is limit h tending to 0, f of plus h. F minus h, replace x with minus h, what we are getting? Sine inverse greatest integer of sec of minus h, and this is the sine limit h tending to 0. I have to write now, limit h tending to 0, limit h tending to 0, sine inverse, replace x with h, sec of h. Okay. Now sec minus h is 1 plus. Okay, na? Limit h tending to 0, sine inverse, value of sec minus h is just greater than 1, because sec 0 is equals to 1. You know this type of graph, at 0 value is equals to 1, at 0 minus value is 1 plus, at 0 plus also value is 1 plus. Okay, so sine inverse, this is just greater than to 1. Now greatest integer of just greater than to 1 is 1. Suppose 1.0001, then greatest integer of this one is 1. Then we are getting that limit h tending to 0, sine inverse 1. Okay. Now this is not in domain of sine inverse, but actually for sine inverse we didn't have directly this one, we have greatest integer of this one. Okay, and value of this one is 1. If there is 1.3, then also value of this one is equals to 1. Okay, so sine inverse defined at this time, because value of this one, this is for sine inverse, and this is exactly equals to 1, and sine inverse 1 is equals to pi by 2. Now there is no h, so no need to write h. Okay. Similarly here, limit h tending to 0, sine inverse sec h is 1 plus. Again greatest integer of 1 plus is 1. Okay, na? And sine inverse 1 is equals to pi by 2. So both is equals to pi by 2. So limit is equals to pi by 2. Limit x tending to 0, sine inverse of greatest integer of sec x is equals to pi by 2. Okay, write down. Done. Next, limit x tending to 0, sine inverse of cos x is done, na? Sine inverse of greatest integer of cos x. Okay. Now again find out. Okay, try this question. Pause and try. Okay, now see. 8x equals to 0. Answer you will get as 0. Okay. At x equals to 0, LHL. LHL is limit h tending to 0, value of the function at a minus h, a is 0, 0 minus h is f minus h. Okay. And RHL. RHL is the value of the function at a plus h, a is 0, so 0 plus h is fh. Now LHL is equals to f minus h, replace x with minus h, sine inverse cos of minus h. Okay, and now we know one thing, that cos of minus h is just less than to 1. Okay na? See, this is the graph of cos. This is 0, this one is h, and this one is minus h. This is cos h, this is cos of minus h, and here we have 1. Both are just less than to 1. Okay na? Actually there is cos h, but I am writing to write this one as clearly. Okay na? But this is 1, this is cos h, this is cos minus h. Okay, so cos minus h is just less than to 1, so I can write this one as 1 minus. Now greatest integer of 1 minus is 0. Suppose this value is 0.99999, then greatest integer of this one is 0. So sine inverse 0. Sine inverse 0 is equals to 0. So LHL is equals to 0. Now find RHL. Limit h tending to 0, sine inverse, replace x as h, greatest integer of cos h. Now put h equals to 0. Limit h tending to 0, sine inverse cos h. Again cos h is just less than to 1, so 1 minus. Okay, if this is 1 minus, then greatest integer of this one is 0. Sine inverse 0 is 0. Okay, so LHL and RHL both are equals to 0, so value of limit is equals to 0. Therefore limit x tending to 0, sine inverse of greatest integer of cos x is equals to 0. Okay, write down. Done. Now next, limit x tending to 0, greatest integer of sine inverse x. Okay, this one. Now see, again find LHL. Point is x equals to 0. So LHL is limit h tending to 0, value of the function at a minus h, a is 0, 0 minus h is minus h. Replace x as minus h, limit h tending to 0, greatest integer of sine inverse minus h. Now what is the value of sine inverse minus h? Okay, actually sine inverse minus h is just in any time if you want a greatest integer function, then directly you can't put h equals to 0. Okay, because here minor values matter in case of greatest integer of function. Okay, because suppose now if your greatest integer of 0 is equals to 0, or greatest integer of 1 is equals to 1, but greatest integer of 0.99999 is equals to 0. So in 1 and 0.9999999 we have only minor difference, but in greatest integer of these two we have a major difference. Okay na? Value of 1 is 1 and value of other 0.999 is equals to 0. Okay, so because of that, now you can draw the graph. Now see, if you draw the graph of sine inverse x, then this is the graph of sine inverse x. Okay, from minus 1 to plus 1, minus 1 and this is plus 1. Here we have pi by 2 and this is minus pi by 2. Okay, so this is 0, this one is plus h and this one is minus h. Now what we have sine inverse minus h, this value is the value of sine inverse at minus h. So this is the value sine inverse minus h, and this value is sine inverse plus h. Now can I say that sine inverse minus h is just less than to 0, below 0 na? So I can say that this one is limit h tending to 0, this is just less than to 0, it means 0 minus. Now choose any value just less than to 0, suppose minus 0.000000001, then greatest integer of this one is minus 1, obviously na. See, 0 minus, suppose this value is minus 0.00000, this one. Now first thing, we want greatest integer of this one. This is not an integer, okay, so you can't write this one as answer. Okay, now find the just least integer to this one, minus 1. You can't write 0 now, 0 is greater than this one. Okay, we want an integer which is just less than to this one. Okay, so that is minus 1. So this is equals to minus 1. Now find RHL. Limit h tending to 0, f of a plus h, 0 plus h is f of h. Okay, this is h, not x. Now limit h tending to 0, fh is greatest integer of sine inverse h. Now sine inverse h is just greater than to 0, 0 plus, and greatest integer of 0 plus is 0. Now LHL is not equal to RHL, so limit does not exist. Okay, because LHL is not equals to RHL, therefore limit does not exist. Okay, write down. Done. Right, next question. Limit x tending to pi by 2, e power 10x. Okay, now again point is x equals to pi by 2. Find the values. First I am finding LHL. Okay, you can also try. LHL is limit h tending to 0, value of the function at pi by 2 minus h. F a minus h na, a is pi by 2 minus h. Now find the value, limit h tending to 0, simple, replace x with pi by 2 minus h, then e power 10 pi by 2 minus h. Now you know that 10 pi by 2, if you put h equals to 0, then you get 10 pi by 2, and 10 pi by 2 is infinity. Okay, now you have to decide plus infinity or minus infinity. If there is pi by 2 minus h, it means just less than 2 pi by 2 na? So in first quadrant 10 is positive, so plus infinity. If there is pi by 2 plus h, then in second quadrant 10 is negative, then minus infinity. And also you can use the graph. See, if I draw the graph of 10, then this is pi by 2, pi. Okay, this is the graph of 10x from 0 to 3 pi by 2. Okay, now see, this is pi by 2. Here you have pi by 2 plus h, sorry, minus h. This is pi by 2 minus h, and this one is pi by 2 plus h. Okay, just previous to pi by 2 is pi by 2 minus h, just next to pi by 2 is pi by 2 plus h. Okay, now value at pi by 2 minus h is this one. This is 10 pi by 2 minus h. Now this is plus infinity. Just before pi by 2 we have plus infinity, just after pi by 2 we have minus infinity. Okay, so limit h tending to 0, e power 10 pi by 2 minus h is plus infinity. Now there is no need to write h because there is no h now, and e power plus infinity is infinity. Okay, now find RHL. RHL is limit h tending to 0 f pi by 2 plus h. Then limit h tending to 0 e power, replace x with pi by 2 plus h, tan of pi by 2 plus h. Again, if you put h equals to 0, tan pi by 2 is infinity, but we have two types of infinity now, either plus infinity or minus infinity. Now, if x is just greater than pi by 2 plus h now, so just greater than pi by 2. If x is just greater than pi by 2, then value is, this is the value of tan pi by 2 plus h. Now, this is minus infinity, okay, because now x in second quadrant tan is negative, so it can't be plus infinity now. So, e power minus infinity, and e power minus infinity is equals to 0. Remember, anytime if this number is greater than 1 and your power equals to minus infinity, then always value equals to 0. Now, you can say that how? Simple, that is done in 11th also. But see, if you have 2 power minus infinity, now this is easy to understand, then I can write 1 by 2 power infinity. 2 power infinity is infinity, then what you are getting? 0. So, if you have any value greater than 1 and we have power equals to minus infinity, then value is always equals to 0. Okay, also I have another reason. This is the graph of exponential. Now see, at minus infinity what we have? 0. Okay, simple. Now again, LHL is not equal to RHL, and also LHL is infinity. Okay, so limit does not exist. Therefore, limit does not exist. Okay, right now. Okay, Naira. Okay, now next. Limit x tending to pi by 2 cot inverse of greatest integer of cos x. Okay, see. Now again, find 8x equals to pi by 2. What do you want? We want LHL and RHL both. So first I am finding LHL. LHL is limit h tending to 0, value of the function at pi by 2 minus h. Okay. Here we are taking pi by 2 now. Okay. Limit h tending to 0, cot inverse greatest integer of cos, replace x with pi by 2 minus h. Okay. Now you have two options, either you can use graph or you can without graph. Okay, if you are using graph, then just identify the value of cos at pi by 2 minus h. This is the graph of cos. At pi by 2 this is 0, at pi by 2 minus h this is 0 plus. Okay na? Greatest integer of 0 plus is 0. Cot inverse 0 is equals to pi by 2. So we are getting value as pi by 2. Okay. Otherwise, if you doesn't want to use graph, then sometimes we can use only graph. But at this time also you can write cos pi by 2 minus theta, sin h. Now sin h is a very small positive quantity. Okay na? So but I am using graph. See, draw the graph of cos. Simple na. Easily you can draw the graph of cos. Okay. Y equals to cos x. This is 0. Here we have pi by 2. Okay, now here what we have? Cos pi by 2 minus h. This is cos pi by 2. Just before pi by 2, it means this one is cos pi by 2 minus h, and just next value is cos pi by 2 plus h. Now see, because there is greatest integer na, so minor values matter. Okay, cot inverse cos pi by 2 minus h is this one. This one is just greater than 0. Okay, you can say that 0 plus. Suppose 0.001. Now greatest integer of 0.001 is cot inverse 0. Cot inverse 0 is equals to pi by 2, because cot pi by 2 is equals to 0 na. Okay. Now RHL. RHL is limit h tending to 0, f pi by 2 plus h. Now that is equals to limit h tending to 0, replace x with pi by 2 plus h. Cot inverse of greatest integer of cos pi by 2 plus h. Now cos pi by 2 plus h is, this is cos pi by 2, this one, next one is cos pi by 2 plus h. Now this is just less than to 0. Okay, limit h tending to 0, there is greatest integer na, so directly you can't put h equals to 0 because minor value matter. In case of greatest integer and fractional part, directly you can't put h equals to 0. Okay, code inverse, this is 0 minus, and greatest integer of minus 0.00001 is minus 1. So this is code inverse minus 1. Now can you find the value of code inverse minus 1? Yeah, 3 pi by 4. Code 3 pi by 4 is equals to minus 1 na? Simple, right? Okay. Okay. So LHL, RHL both are finite, but they are not equal. So limit does not exist. Okay. LHL is not equals to RHL. Therefore limit does not exist. Okay. So these are the examples, okay, in which we have to find LHL and RHL both. Okay. Now we have many question. Actually na, if your question in this form, if question contains greatest integer function, then you have to find LHL, RHL both. Okay, and then identify. If there is a function contain fractional part, then also you have to find LHL, RHL. If there is a function contain modulus function, okay, then also find LHL, RHL. If there is a function containing signum function, then also find LHL, RHL. Okay, if there is a function which is given in any form such that function is not defined at given point, then also find LHL, RHL. Okay, maximum time. But in remaining question, suppose fx by gx in terms of trigonometry, okay, anything else like this one, okay, in that case, anytime if you find LHL or RHL, you will get both as same. Okay na? In remaining type of question, you will get LHL, RHL both are same, but we have different type of problem in that question. Okay, suppose like this, if you have sin h by h, sin x by x, okay, now if you find LHL for this one, then replace x with minus h, then what you will get? Sin minus h by minus h. Okay, that minus outside, minus minus cancel out, what we are getting? Sin h by h. Now find RHL for this one, replace x with 0 plus h, sin h by h. Now see, LHL and RHL both are same, but directly you can find the value of this one. Okay, because at the end if you put h equals to 0, what we are getting? Sin 0 by 0, 0 by 0 form. Okay, now 0 by 0 you can't decide the value of this one, this is not finite value now. Okay, this is known as indeterminate form, a form whose value can't be decided, okay, whose value we can't decide, known as indeterminate form. So like 0 by 0, we have total 7 indeterminate form. Okay, 0 by 0 tomorrow we will discuss, but now in these type of question, find LHL or RHL, you will get same value. Okay, but in these type of question, we have different type of problem, that we have indeterminate form. So from next lecture we will discuss the method of removing indeterminacy. It means how to remove these type of form to get the value. Okay, from next lecture we will take that. So this is clear now. Okay, write down. Bye.